Shalom. It's Brother Matazal. About to do a quick short lesson, through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Before we open up, I'm going to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to all you Akim out here laboring in this truth and sincerity. All right. It's a quick little lesson. It's not going to be long. Basically, I was just sitting here thinking, how Satan, how you can play on your mind and how you can play on your emotions, and how we have to, keep the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, because he can have you thinking, wicked thoughts, about anything. Like, for instance, me, myself being suspended, for not doing videos or whatever. In my mind, Satan playing on my mind and saying certain things about brothers, saying things about me that ain't true, or saying things that are not, basically, exaggerating certain situations or whatever, and that shit play out in my mind, but the Lord, told me don't worry about it through the Spirit, just keep focusing on what I've been doing, and that's praying, in the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, stay in prayer, man, and stay in the Word and focus on what you have to do in this thing, because, Satan, those thoughts can overtake you, and it can bring you to a place where you can be destroyed, so you can't worry about that. Yahweh Shem Yahushai is he's with us, man. In this fight that we're fighting, man. You can't worry about none of those things, man. We really can't, because I done seen other men, since the course being in the course of this journey I've been on for the past almost 12 years, being in the truth. What I mean by being in the truth for 12 years, I mean like being in the camp for 12 years. I've been knowing the truth though for, man, maybe about, I would say almost 16 years now. But, the things that I've seen men leave and they let Satan overtake them. They left and they never came back from it, And maybe because they wasn't men of the Lord, I don't know. But, you don't want to get caught up in that. You want to keep on fighting the good fight of faith, because at the end of the day, we're not in this thing anyway to lose, man. We're in this thing so that we can, win. We want to win. We want to get the victory, over this flesh, and the war is in our mind, So we got to hearken into the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai and not to our own emotions. Let's not give in to our own emotions, because it can, drive us crazy, man, to the point where, you're offended and then now you out, the spirit is gone from you, back in the world again, so, basically, we got to stay encouraged, keep fighting. Get this. This is the beautiful thing about it. The Lord take us through these things, man, to to strengthen us, man, to make us even better. It's a learning experience. I'm gonna put it that way. Teaches us how to be better teachers. The different things that we go through, man, it's for a good reason, man. If you look at it like that, you see the good in it. It just, the Lord is, perfecting us, making us stronger and better men, better leaders, through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. This is Sirach chapter 2, verse 4. He said, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate. So, Everything that we're going through, man, we should, the Lord takes us through different things, man. We should take it cheerfully, man. Instead of looking at it in a negative sense, we should look at it. We should look at it, in a positive mindset, and take it cheerfully, man. And be patient, man, because the Lord is taking you through it to bring you up, man, on a better on another level spiritually. Let me grab this, and I think this is just gonna be the last precept that I got, I'm making my point. Romans chapter 12, verse 21. Straight to the point. It says, "Be not overcome of evil." So don't be overcome of evil, man. Those thoughts or whatever that may fester in your mind, don't let that, overcome you, man. Instead, man, it says, "But overcome evil with good." So that's what we'll do. We'll overcome these things with good, man. Let's do the opposite. Let's think positive, and stay in this fight to get the victory, at the end of the day. Let's overcome all of this, man. Whatever we may be going through, because this fight, it does start in your mind, man. And whatever a man thinketh, that's what he is. So let's think, hey, we men of the Lord. That's what I think. I know I'm a man of the Lord. So that's what I am, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. With that, till next time, Shalom.